Yeah, we are good to start.
So good evening all. So we have reached our fourth day of Evening for Learning webinar series on the topic of innovation in extension with entrepreneurship. So today our speaker for today's session is Rahul Tidake, sir. So before going to the session, let me give a short introduction about our speaker. So he is an accomplished professional in the field of agri entrepreneurship, agri-tech operations and value chain. With a rich background spanning over 7 years at Syngenta Foundation India, his current role is Head of Strategy and New Initiatives. His passion for innovation and continuous learning has been a driving force throughout his career journey. His expertise lies in identifying and capitalizing on opportunities to bring value to his work and the industry. And we are also proud to mention that he is an alumni of MANAGE. So with this, let me introduce our speaker for today's session is Rahul Tidake, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Rahul, and thank you so much, Sarvanan sir, for having me here. I hope my audio is clear and video is too.
Yes, sir. Perfect, sir.
Great. Okay. So good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining this, and thank you so much for having me. It is pleasure to be here as a speaker after 7 years of graduation from Manage, I would say, and thanks to Sarvanan sir for inviting me as a speaker out here. So today I'll be talking about extension and how exactly extension is important in terms of agri space. What exactly we are doing to strengthen this extension ecosystem. Just to start with, government is one of the largest stakeholder in agri ecosystem. There is no other stakeholder who could take this place of government. So when any private entity comes in a place to kind of really start reaching out to the farmer, the first thing we try to understand is how exactly government is playing that particular role in various forms. It could be direct reaching out to the farmers. It could be indirect through different institutions. It could be kind of a licensing thing where private entities are coming in place and then supporting the smallholder farmers to achieve respective outcomes in terms of extension. I'm very much proud here to say that Manage is one of the largest extension unit across India, which is kind of leading different initiatives, including KVKs as one of the largest in India, where farmers can easily reach out and then kind of take the guidance from the experts, subject matter specialists, who could be then able to relate these farmers, resolve their challenge. As an entity at Syngenta Foundation India is a very small space in terms of the overall gamut of agri ecosystem. Of course, the overall program has been designed and licensed with Manage. I'll be happy to share the insights further. I hope English is the good language for everyone, or do let me know if we can switch between English and Hindi.
Sir, English is fine, sir.
English is fine.
Yes,
Okay. Okay, fine. So let me share my screen. I'll be very specific and kind of candid about not taking too much time only speaking myself. I would also request all of you to equally contribute, put your points together, and then we can discuss. I'll be happy to clear questions if there are any. Rahul, could you please help me with sharing the screen? If you
sure.
can make either host or co-host.
Wait, sir, I'll make you as a presenter. Yes, sir. Now you can share it.
Great. Okay. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir. It's visible. Sir, keep it in slideshow mode.
Yes. I hope it is visible properly.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, so today I represent Syngenta Foundation India, which is a not-for-profit entity, and working along with the farmers to enhance their income. So overall goal of Syngenta Foundation India is income enhancement of smaller marginal farmers through Agri Entrepreneurship program. and it is a scale-up initiative to impact over 10% of the total farmers across India, which is 15 million. And we call it as the extension plus plus model. And why it is extension plus plus model, I'll be happy to take you through. Today, one of the biggest challenge across India is last mile delivery. We have a lot of technologies available. We have a lot of ecosystem which is helping the farmers by delivering different services, by delivering different products, different kind of financial ecosystem where farmers can really come and play their role, adopt different learnings out of it. But the biggest challenge what we have realized in the rural India is last mile connectivity. And that's where what we have done is we have found that today in India, a lot of rural youth are unemployed. They are trying to figure out an employment opportunity in their villages only. Multiple reasons, one could be they have their family in the villages, they have their farming ecosystem to nurture with, and local liabilities. Because of that, they do not want to leave apart from the village. And of course, if they have a decent income in the village itself, they do not want to migrate to cities. And that's our effort by introducing this agri entrepreneurship model. So what we are saying is, in the overall ecosystem today, the farmers are disconnected. There is no ecosystem which is bringing them together to kind of come together, learn together, and serve together sort of element. Uh, as I mentioned that inefficient last mile delivery is one of the challenge in the current ecosystem. Subsistence farming, lab to land transfer is very weak. I would say there are a lot many startups across India, and India is now becoming kind of a ag tech startup ecosystem or hub. But still, they are working in silos in different spaces and all. How do we, really bring those startup solutions to the farmers? Finance is one of the challenging element for the farmers. Always it has been, and it is still today. Uh, because during the season period, they usually, try to get and adopt the finance very quickly. And again, often because of the loads, because of the multiple elements, they do not get enough access to the finance. One of the largest challenge which we are facing today is climate crisis, and the second one is increasing cost of the farming. Farmer is really going through a brunt of these couple of challenges, and everything, entire ecosystem. If you go through right from the agri input companies, ag tech companies, solution providers, government, etc. The ultimate loss bearer is the farmer. And if you do not really, strengthen them, it will be a challenging case for entire ecosystem to survive. What we say is in that case that, all these challenges, how do we resolve? So we say that a rural youth which is unemployed in the villages would like to do something, have basic qualification, we select them, and when we then train and mentor them in a way that they actually provide extension support to these smallholder farmers. Now, how this extension support is being done? So this one unemployed rural youth, we kind of select and then nurture into entrepreneur. They bring 100 to 150 farmers together from one or two villages to uh, and then they provide different services to them. And what are those services? One is the agronomy and innovation. This is one of the key and important service which farmers need on their doorstep. There these entrepreneurs provide crop advisory, new technology and demonstration and extension. Second is climate smart agriculture. As I mentioned that it is one of the burning issue today in the entire world. So these entrepreneurs help these farmers to do a soil testing, building their capacity on the climate smart practices. And we are also kind of taking an initiative with by converting village into a climate smart village. And all these services are being provided by the agri entrepreneur, or these extension services are being done by the agri entrepreneurs. Now, along with that, government run a lot of subsidy schemes on the ground, but farmers often don't know who to reach out and how exactly they could actually get benefited from these services. So this entrepreneur also become a focal point to do a subsidy facilitation, also linking these farmers to the KVKs and do different exposures of different technologies. So these are the three mandatory extension services this entrepreneur has to provide: agronomy, climate smart agriculture, and government interventions. With these services, we are trying to cover uh, the basic ecosystem needs of the farmers so that they do not need to, reach out to different uh, service provider, which is out of their village or out of their block, and they need to travel for that particular service, right? So we are bringing the entire ecosystem in the village itself. Now, why would this entrepreneur really come and do this particular thing for free without any cost? So we have also built in a sustainability model for the entrepreneur, where entrepreneur can choose one or two farming related business where they can survive themselves by providing these services, providing farmers these different services. Now the services could be agri input linkages, where they can set up their own nursery, vermicompost business, seed fertilizer, pesticide shop, irrigation services, farm mechanization, cattle feed, etc. Market linkages, where they are aggregating the farmers' produce and then linking it to a organized and unorganized traders or buyers. Also by facilitating farmers in doing sorting, grading, and packaging, so that they are actually getting equipped with the different requirements of these organized retailers. These entrepreneurs also help the farmers by linking themselves in the bank linkages, insurance services, credit, and KCC facilitation. So this is the overall ecosystem that we are trying to create on the villages, in the villages on the ground. Now, how this entrepreneur has been selected, who is this entrepreneur, how exactly they really go through it. The basic qualification for any entrepreneur to join the program is minimum 10th class. We have observed and we have figured out that in the villages, people have bare minimum education of 10th and 10th and above. So that has been a criteria. Their age can be between 21 to 35, at max 40, depend on the geography. They should come from a farming background. They should be a son or a daughter of a farmer. They should stay back in a village altogether. They should have a smartphone, and having some farming experience is really an important piece. Gender is not a barrier. We have equal number of women entrepreneurs working with us. Now, how these entrepreneurs and extension agents are being selected? There is a very strong selection process: written test, aptitude test, psychometric, and personal interview. Every candidate, those who are applying for the program, has to go through this particular process. Now, again, because many people would like to, become an entrepreneur, but do not understand their potential and really do not know where to head towards, right? And that is where, we need a proper selection process. Most of you, must be agri graduates or must be postgraduate, and you must have gone through the similar processes while you have joined the different institutes. We also try to imbibe the similar facility at the village level so that the candidates also have a seriousness. Personal interview is something where we try to understand the fire and the belly of the person. Extension looks like an easy job, but it is not as easy as it looks like, because you have to be firm with the knowledge, you have to be firm with your advisories, you have to be firm with the communication skill, as well as how do you really take services to the farmers. And personal interview helps us kind of judging that particular element. What exactly the process we are following is very similar to any agri startup they follow today. So what we do is we go to the villages, we do a campaigning. This is the workflow altogether. You'll be able to understand how exactly we move forward and such. So the first process is campaigning. So we go to the villages, we reach out to different farmers, then influencers, could be farmer groups, sarpanch, FPOs, SCGs, and all. and we try to promote the program. So it is a concept. Basically, we give a different understanding to the farmers, and based on that, the rural youth, those who are interested, they registered for the program. Then we run the screening and selection process. Usually in the villages, they either have a common facility center in the villages or some temple or common space where we call all these applicants and run through the aptitude test, psychometric, written, and personal interview. Once that is done, these shortlisted candidates are also being visited by Syngenta Foundation employees, and we call it as a home visit, to understand the support of the family to these entrepreneurs or to be entrepreneurs basically. And also a little investment capacity, because they are going to be an entrepreneur and also extension agents, they need some investment as such. After taking the alignment of the family, and we believe that in the Indian ecosystem it is very much important to get the alignment of your parents to become an entrepreneur and supporting the extension services to the farmers. Once that is done, this candidates have to pay a very small onboarding charges, which is kind of refundable in different means. Then they have to go through a 45 days or 60 days training program. The training program is also certified by Manage and also CCS NIAM. Both the entities are central government institutes, and Manage is more of helping in terms of getting these entrepreneurs trained. The training is kind of one stage where they have to join online. It is virtual as such. Every day 3 hours they have to join, and they get covered into 4 different elements. One is basic agronomy practices, where we teach them about their own local crops, their own local practices of the crops, etc. And also kind of topping up with INM, IPM, and IWM practices. The second thing is communication skills and farmer extension skills. Third one, an important thing is, how do we enhance the personality of these entrepreneurs? And fourth is basic accounting and entrepreneurship skills. So these are the 4 major skills we cover during the training program, which make these entrepreneurs kind of eligible to become an agri entrepreneurs per se. Then these entrepreneurs and per se the extension agents, when they are trained, they have to go to the villages, 100 to 150 farmers, and they have to do a basic baseline study. Now, this particular study is more of understanding the village ecosystem, how exactly the farmers are growing the crops, what are the challenges being faced, what is the animal husbandry being grown out there, and different elements, which are based purely on the village thing. By doing this entrepreneur also understand the mentality of the farmers, the struggle of the farmers, what are the challenges being faced by them, etc. And once that is done, they really kind of get the understanding of their village ecosystem. Then they get certified by Manage or CCS NIAM. Once that is done, Syngenta Foundation India and these entrepreneurs, they sit together and then they prepare a 1-page or 2-page business plan, which helps them to kind of start their own business enterprise. Syngenta Foundation India help these entrepreneurs or extension agents to do the legal compliances, including credit, input, output, and all. And then they eventually launch their business altogether. So till here, we are just creating the last mile delivery extension ecosystem. So we are creating one person in a village where they can really, take the baton of extension services in the villages. Now, this entrepreneur, which has been created by us, has to really play an ecosystem level role in the village by providing the farmers on different training services, different services which are kind of agri input, output, could be nursery, could be dairy, poultry, goatry, to the farmers, where farmers can really understand the standard operating practices, and by that mean they are also enhancing their income. So that's the overall process, we are following in creating these entrepreneurs on the ground. Now, what are the businesses which are possible in the villages are kind of spraying entrepreneurship, agri input, market linkages, farm machinery, nursery, crop advisory, digital banking is one business, irrigation services, mushroom, animal feed, insurance services, vermicompost, small scale processing, business correspondence, and there are livelihood entrepreneurship as well, livestock entrepreneurship as well, including beekeeping, fishery, piggery, goatry, dairy, poultry, vaccination services, etc. So these are the businesses which are being picked by these entrepreneurs for their own livelihood support. Okay. Uh, Again, as I mentioned that, we have maximum number of entrepreneurs as women. So this is pretty a friendly ecosystem which we have developed. How exactly the extension being provided to the entrepreneur on one side and the farmer on the other side, left hand side, you could see linkages and business incubation. Now, in linkages, we are trying to bring different players together, input linkages, output linkages, financial linkages, where the entrepreneurs are, being equipped with different business practices. And the second important element is business incubation. All these entrepreneurs are first generation entrepreneurs, right? Very smaller one, do not really understand the practices and what should be followed, what should not. So in that case, we help them in mentoring. We also, provide them low-hanging business supports where they can really, start working with the farmers. The important part in terms of extension is one, capacity building, the second one is the crop advisory, and third one is the climate smart agriculture initiatives. And these are direct touch points for us to the farmers where we teach the farmers on local crops, package of practices. Second, we also try to increase the entrepreneurship ability of the farmers per se as well, so that farmer also adopt entrepreneurial skill set to convert their traditional farming ecosystem to more in terms of revenue generating farming ecosystem. In terms of crop advisory, we have demonstration plots where we gather the farmers together, show them different practices where new technologies are demonstrated. Farmer come, they see, they believe, and then they adopt, and then it gets scaled. We also train a lot of farmers in the similar demonstration plots to really understand the good practices which can benefit farmers, reducing cost of cultivation. In terms of climate smart agriculture initiatives, again, there are two elements. One is capacity building because farmers are still not much aware about what are the right practices to combat with the challenges of the climate crisis. And then second one is new interventions and demonstrations. Soil health is one of the important pillar of any farming ecosystem. So we try to strengthen that by different interventions. Seed treatment, sometime, because of different variations in the climate ecosystem, the germination also gets affected. So what farmers should really follow is also being taught by us, then INM, IPM, and water management practices. Just to share an insight that in India and across the world, rice is a water guzzler altogether. A lot of water is being consumed out there. How do you really, save the water on those terms as well by implementing AWD, DSR practices is also being taught to these farmers. So these are more in terms of the extension services or extension elements that we are passing on to the entrepreneurs and then farmers, I would say. We are working with various partners, including various international philanthropic, international private companies, as well as domestic entities. I'll not go into deep into that. We are present across 14 states in India. We have created 20,000 such entrepreneurs and connect to 1.4, 1.5 million smallholder farmers across India. I'll jump to more of a climate smart extension services, how exactly we are doing it. So again, one in terms of capacity building with the help of different universities, KVKs and all, we have built a climate smart agriculture curriculum which is ready to adopt by the farmers, and we train farmers on the field along with the entrepreneurs and different extension service agents. Then the CSA interventions like INM, IPM seed replacement, water management, soil health management are practically demonstrated to the farmers. So it is not that we only teach them and then they adopt it. We actually take them to the field, show them how exactly it is benefiting to the farmers, and then they adopt it. Currently, we are pretty much focusing on cotton, sugarcane, paddy, wheat, and soybean, and we have trained more than 20,000 such farmers on CSA practices. You could see some of the photos where it is one of the KVK in Nanded, KVK Sagroli, where we have done a lot of capacity building of the extension agents and agri entrepreneur mentors. Again, KVK Baramati in Maharashtra on the sugarcane. Some demonstration plots on cotton, how exactly the CSA practices have been done, and also farmers, coming and seeing that themselves. We also provide the credit linkages to these farmers by kind of ensuring they have right access to the information. So KCC is one of the largest scheme which is being implemented by Government of India through the banks. And often, the farmers in the rural ecosystem do not really have access to it. So we run campaign on season basis to maximize the reach of the KCC scheme to the farmers and try to link these farmers to the banks as well. We have various partnerships with various banks so that farmers get the credit on time during the season. One of the important and effective extension practices kind of demonstrating the technologies. And we have a standard program called 525 and 500. So between 5 agri entrepreneurs or these extension agents, within 25 decimal or 1/4 of the acre, we really demonstrate different standard or innovative agriculture practices where we call 500 farmers to see those practices and then adopt it in their own farms. You could see, some of the photos again, how exactly we barricade it, show it to the farmers, because farmers really believe in seeing themselves, right? Whatever training you do, until and unless they see that it is beneficial for them, they really do not come on board. We also run various farmer exposure visits. Last year we have done 1.36 lakh farmers exposure visit to over 750 demonstration plots. In terms of soil health management, we have run a large scale campaign of kind of testing 36,000 soil samples. One of the other element today in Indian ecosystem is a lot of young farmers are coming to the farming practices. Okay, and everyone is kind of carrying a digital smartphone. It has a lot of value. The farmers are using WhatsApp, different applications, YouTube, and all, and that is where we found that there has to be a YouTube channel dedicated to different standard POPs of the general practices in agriculture, and that's where we have a YouTube channel called Krishi Abhyas, where farmers can directly go and check themselves on the standard POPs, learn themselves, see themselves how exactly it is being done, and adopt on the field and such. There are 85 different videos which are very innovative, 2 to 3 minutes video, basically, where farmers can really, check it and adopt things. I'll move forward. Okay, again, we also help these farmers with the market linkages. I'll not spend much time on that. Again, input, and all these farmers are kind of digitally connected with various ecosystem, right from selection of the entrepreneur till farmer extension. We also try to understand what is exactly happening in the farmer ecosystem in the villages, right in the extension space. One of the largest impact of this program is on the standard of living of the farmers and the agri entrepreneurs. If the farmers are getting a right quality of information, so 75% of farmers have said that their quality of life has been improved by adopting different practices. 83% of farmers have said that their farming has been improved just because they are getting all these services in the village at their doorstep. Then 40% have said that now they are using appropriate quantity of fertilizer and pesticide. Again, this is one of the biggest challenge that usually farmers follow the larger farmers blindly because they believe that they are more knowledgeable. If the smaller farmers really understand what is the use of and how much has to be the use of fertilizer and pesticide, they really kind of make it efficient. Then 80% of farmers have reported that increase in the total crop or production basically. This has been again just because of the right and effective extension mechanism. Then 79% of the farmers mentioned that their income level has been increased by taking different services from these agri entrepreneurs. The impact on the agri entrepreneur's life and the extension agent's life is very straightforward. We are creating them from zero, and that's where 89% of these agri entrepreneurs are saying that their quality of life has been improved. 84% of AEs have reported increasing their income. 76% of AEs have mentioned that they have used all or most of the training to run the business or provide services to the farmer. And this is one of the important element that if you are creating one person, one entrepreneur, one extension agent per village, it is a massive scale. It is a massive movement across India where we already have ecosystem like KVK, Manage and all providing larger gamut of services, whereas in the village, someone is there to guide these farmers. This is the team, which really work on the particular thing. Some of the photos where farmers are really, the entrepreneurs have really adopted different services, started their businesses, and then they are supporting the farmers. That's it. And happy to share that, Syngenta Foundation India has been honored by FICCI twice consecutively in 2022 and 2023. Enhancement degree. And also, Omnivore in one of the survey has mentioned that it is one of the largest privately led extension program which is helping the rural entrepreneurs. Yeah, I'll stop here and happy to take questions.
Thank you, sir. That was a great session, Rahul sir, like where you have talked about the complete agri extension ecosystem and you have covered the selection process of entrepreneurs, so-called farmers, and what areas you are actually providing training like climate smart agriculture, agronomy and innovations, and you have discussed various extension interventions, how well this program actually creating impact on farmers and as well as entrepreneurs. So that was a great session, sir. So now the session is open for discussion. So if the participants are having any doubts, we can discuss. The participants, if you have any doubts, you can keep questions in chat box or you can ask him directly.
Hello, Rahul sir. I would like to ask one question.
Yes.
According to your experience in the extension service part, like when it comes to agripreneurship, building an agripreneurship among agripreneurs in the rural areas, which is one of the criteria that really attracts the farmers or rural youths to be an entrepreneur?
Very nice question, Vaijam Lu, if I'm wrong, right? Yeah. So one of the attracting element here is, if we are helping the farmers to enhance their income, it automatically reflects on the entrepreneur's success. So for example, just to give one example, in Jharkhand, we are creating these entrepreneurs, and again, Jharkhand is more dominated in tribal population, tribal farmers altogether. They do not really, go with the commercial agriculture. But we have seen one of the women entrepreneurs, she has taken up this challenge of being an shop, started supplying pesticides. And a very standard practice, what she has followed is and the moment we started getting farmer, this I have applied this. It worked. It worked efficiently. It did not work efficiently. That started giving her a feedback of what has to be a right proportion to the farmer and what can be really a good proportion to the farmers as a service provision. And that is where she understood that farmers are more interested to hear back on the advices, and she continued her practice. So when she actually started the business, she was connected to 30 farmers,
Okay.
and within a year of time she has found that the number of farmers connected with her are 150 as such, and it got scaled up very fast. And the extension focus was something which helped her increasing the business. Now number of farmers has connected to her has really multiplied her business from 30 to 150, and similar proportion in terms of her revenue. So it is a win-win situation for both entrepreneur and for
Yes.
the farmer. So
Okay.
it is kind of vice versa. You provide something to the farmers, and that's where you get something from the farmers. The second interesting element,
Interesting.
what attracts these entrepreneurs to become an entrepreneur is smaller farmers usually struggle to get enough living income. They always try to have additional income source, but not
Yes.
everyone is able to really adopt it. So those who have really skin in the game and skill set of becoming an entrepreneur with some support of foundation, they have shown that it can be a great income source for them. So we have entrepreneurs who are having average turnover per year 10 lakh rupees, two entrepreneurs some having turnover of 10 crore rupees. So that's the range of entrepreneurs we are catering to, and the income is one of the largest driving factor for that.
Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
I hope.
Sir, yes, sir,
Yeah,
I got it. And I have one follow. What about the one of the most effective services or extension tools or like ideas that really works on attracting the farmers to come and join for the agripreneurship? Like what strategies that is really effective? It has to be used in every kind of to bring the youths for entrepreneurship, no, sir?
right. Yeah. Very nice question once again. I would suggest, with the experience of last 10 years of running this particular program, demonstrations and showing the live examples is one of the best and effective strategy. Until and unless you show some results on the ground, and also, show standard demonstration cases, the farmers are really, kind of hesitant to adopt new practices, new skill set, and new challenges. If you are able to really show some fantastic examples, people are there in bunches to come and join the program.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
Thanks, Virgin Blue.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
So, myself, Chaitanya Karmakar. I am pursuing my from Vishwabharati in agricultural extension itself. Sir, I have a question that this agripreneur model is somewhat similar to the concept of village level worker from what I observed. So, keeping this, So, sir, how do you ensure that legitimate knowledge is disseminated through the agripreneurs? I mean, is there any feedback mechanism right at the moment where the effectiveness of this, this whole process can be judged? And what are the follow-ups that are taken after the training of the agripreneur? I mean, after this whole process is completed, are there any follow-ups that are taken up with the agripreneur or not?
Right. Very nice, observation, Chaitali. Yes, it is more like a village resource person program, but there is a strong difference in the program. So, in the village resource person, you are kind of, providing stipend to the entrepreneurs or kind of, the rural youth, and then they work for on task basis. Whereas here we are creating entrepreneurs by nature as such, and they are not paid any stipend, they are not paid for any activity as such. They are uh, entrepreneurs. The more they work for themselves, the more they earn basically. It's purely kind of a pro rata basis. If you are not working for your own business, you're not earning enough. And that has been a success factor for us. The important element in the program and why it is so successful is the mentorship. We provide 2 years mandatory mentorship to these entrepreneurs until and unless they become sustainable. 2 years mentorship is 4 seasons altogether, and in these 4 seasons, they understand the cropping cycles, they understand the business cycles, they understand the challenges of the farmers, and they also go through a various iteration process. So the first 6 months, they usually are in the incubation phase. Next 6 months are more in terms of expanding their business. Third 6 month is operationalizing and kind of streamlining the SOPs. The fourth is expanding the business to a larger scale and sustaining it. These processes are pretty standard with us, and we kind of mentor and monitor each and every entrepreneur throughout their tenure. And that is where they are more successful. Of course, as you mentioned, that whether there is a support or not. So every week, the Agri Entrepreneur mentor, who is an employee of Syngenta Foundation, they visit these entrepreneurs, try to understand their grievances, concerns, and etc. And we resolve then and there in the field itself, which give these entrepreneurs comfort to help the farmers with more motivation and such. I hope I have answered your question, Chedali.
Yes, sir. Yes, that answers all my doubts. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, I'm Abhilash Dangi, MSc final year student agricultural extension from Jawaharlal Nehru Krishi Vishwavidyalaya, Jabalpur, Madhya Pradesh. So, sir, if I'm not wrong, this is the CSR wing of Syngenta company. So, what are the opportunities for the postgraduates in your foundation once I complete the MSc degree?
Yeah. So, Abhilash, just to clarify, this is not a CSR wing of Syngenta Foundation, Syngenta Commercial as such. Syngenta Foundation India is a separate, not-for-profit, independent company. And though we carry Syngenta's name, but we are completely governed separately and independent as such. Again, it is not a CSR program. It is a complete farmer income enhancement program, which we are running altogether. And Agri Entrepreneurship is a flagship program for us. Okay, we do across the same program across all the states. That's the flagship model we take ahead. As an opportunity, I would say, young graduates, young postgraduates like you are really required for this industry today. And we regularly, hire these mentors, project coordinators, agri experts, agri extension experts to mentor these entrepreneurs. So that could be one of the opportunity to join us. We are very much active in Madhya Pradesh. We are working in 12 districts. We are running one of the largest women agri entrepreneurship program across India, along with Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. So yes, of course, there are a lot many opportunities. You can also do internship with us if you are interested. We also run different technology scanning. So how do we really take the technologies to the farmers? So we have a platform called GATE, Global Agriculture Evaluation Technology Platform, through which across the globe we keep on scanning different innovative technologies which are beneficial to the Indian ecosystem farmers. And based on some scoring, so there is certain scoring. Based on that, we select certain technologies to be taken as a pilot to the farmers. We take it to the field, demonstrate on their own farms, and understand whether farmers are getting benefited or not, and more of a technical element, right? So there also we kind of take a lot of agri graduates and such. Yeah,
Yes,
Abhilash,
yes,
you
thank
know,
you, sir. Sir, where
yeah.
can I get to know about those opportunities?
So we have a separate website called AGF. I will, or maybe you can keep on following our social media handles as well, where you'll be able to really understand how exactly what opportunities are there, and you can uh, write us directly on syngentafoundation.org mail too.
Okay, sir, sure. Sir, is there any opportunity in the next 3-4 months?
Uh, I'm not really sure, Abhilash, but you can write. I'm dropping my email out here. Maybe you can write to that email so that I can forward it to a concerned department in that case.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
So if the participants, you have any questions, you can ask.
Sir, may I ask your personal journey from Manage to Syngenta?
Okay. Different than what exactly I spoke about, but my journey actually started from Manage itself, Chatali. So I was pursuing postgraduate management from Manage, and I have done internship with Syngenta Foundation. So after first year, I have started internship with Foundation, where then I was offered the full-time role at Foundation. I was offered a PPO, and that's where I have joined. I actually started an internship in terms of marketing a local Vadakolam rice. I mean, Maharashtra is one of the variety. So the project was how do we really, market it in Mumbai or Pune sort of market, and that was a study for 2 months. Uh, and it was quite interesting, since it was a smallholder farmers. I found that it could be my passion, and that's where I landed. Uh, Whatever project I have done during the internship, I actually implemented that when I joined Foundation in 2017. I have started a separate wing in Foundation called Market Linkages. I've laid for 3 years that. Uh, then kind of a lot of operational expansion were happening at Foundation. I have shifted my uh, hats to operation side. I was leading operations for Foundation for 2 years in southern and western part of India. And into 2022, since we were focusing quite a lot on the expansion and kind of adding different revenue streams to the Foundation, I have taken a role of strategy and new initiatives. So last couple of years I've been doing that. Multiple and exciting opportunities I have had. I've seen Foundation growing from a team of 35 when I joined to a team of 340 members today, tenfold altogether. Very interesting. I've led a team of 100 of team members altogether, and also have seen that how we have nurtured the program. Initially, we were accredited by NIRDPR, then NIAM, and now Manage. So I've seen the government licensing as well, and how exactly government can shift programs to a scale. That is one of the amazing thing in over 7 years, I would say.
Oh, thank you, sir. Please don't mind because these journeys enlighten us about various opportunities. That's why I was curious. So I asked.
No
Please
worries,
don't.
no,
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
nothing. I think every individual opportunity to grow into the respective organizations. The only point you need to mention and ensure is, putting the foundation are very inclined and honest to providing extension support to the farmers, and that has been a driving factor for us. Okay,
Thank you,
any
sir. That was good to know.
any doubt? Okay, Rahul.
So if there are no questions, can wind up the session, sir.
Sure.
The-
Thank you, Rahul. It is a interesting presentation. Thank you very much. It is nice.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot, Manish, for giving this opportunity to speak on behalf of Syngenta Foundation, and also sharing the insights on extension altogether. And thanks everyone as participants. Very nice and genuine questions you have raised on the entrepreneurship and extension altogether. Happy to interact any given point of time, and happy to answer further questions if you have any. I've already, wrote my mail ID out there in the chat box. Please feel free to reach out. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you, Rahul.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Rahul.
Thank you, sir.